so excited.
It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
$12:02 on Edmonton Sports Talk. Thank you very much for being here. Edmonton Sports Talk presented to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Check out the EST specials page at playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app as well. Two Guys and a Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping grow Edmonton for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. Just one little guy and a goalie today. Cass is not available to join us. Just Nielson and Gager with you. Gager, what's up, my man?
Not much, man. No? Just grinding away.
Oh, yeah.
Just the grind.
Did you use the kitchen today and all here? Or?
No. Jay brought in... Well, before Hernand almost killed Jay this morning.
Wait, what's this?
I can't believe it.
Where was I? Was I on the air?
When I walked in, I could have probably... I think I saved Jay's life.
Is this an HR issue?
We can handle this in-house.
Could this be a possible controversy for the Estes? Hernand tries to kill Jay.
Maybe off that branch of trying to kill people here slightly. But I walk in and Jay said hi and left. And then I noticed Hernand has a Ferrero Rocher sitting on the table. And I go,
snap.
And I go, dude, what are you trying to do here?
Yeah.
And he just looked menacing. I go, you're going to kill Jay. And I think I thwarted the whole plan because Hernand wants to leave ESC Afternoons and join Reed on the Reed Wilkins show.
He's looking for that spot on the Reed Wilkins show.
He's looking for a new seat. Yeah. He's like an F1 driver. He's like the Valtteri Bottas circling around trying to find a seat.
Just hanging out at all those races.
Like, trying to find that evening seat.
It's from 1 to 3, the Joaquin Gage show, followed by the Reed Wilkins show featuring murderer Hernand Salas. Because Jay also has a more moderate allergy to...
Oh, it's deathly, though. Remember? Because
I remember the old place.
The old place, the donut
you
was...
sat there and...
I said, get that thing out of here.
Get out of here.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, Gager. Well done. Can you believe this?
Not all goalies wear capes, Dustin.
You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. So I wanted to... Trev put together that video where all of this stuff. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's over on our YouTube channel. Click on videos and you'll see it. It's like the best EST employee is, and then a bunch of different categories. I wanted to, and we'll get to a ton of other stuff today. I was going to get to this for hired or fired, but it's not really a hired or fired question. But if Edmonton Sports Talk did a survival style competition with staff on an island, like in Survivor, and there were competitions, but there was also a social game.
Oh.
Right? Who would win?
So
this is not just surviving on a deserted island. This is playing Survivor.
Wilderness kind of thing.
In the wilderness, but, there are physical comps, there are mental comps, puzzle comps, and you have to have a good social game to not get voted out.
Oh, so you're going full Survivor. Survivor. Huh. Well, there's a few guys that are easily manipulated on this thing, so... that would be difficult. I think, I'm probably out pretty quick.
You think so?
Well, unless
that's interesting.
I don't know.
People love you.
Yeah, I know, but
too much of a threat.
You have to have, first of all, I'm walking around. Well, we're not on a desert island, so got to keep the clothes on.
That would be different than if we said, let's play Big Brother in the office, and you have to vote one person out every 5 hours.
Yeah, I would have to. I think I could find a skill that everyone required.
You could provide food for it.
Yeah, and even the preparation of it.
That's important.
And I think
so. Somebody catches the fish, then comes back to you, and you cook the fish.
Yeah. And well, that's where I think Trev and I have the most experience in fishing. So maybe we're around, and I can easily manipulate that little ball of clay, right? So he'll be dancing and doing everything I want.
You sound like a guy who might be able to take a run in this.
I might be able to take a run at it, but how fun would that be?
It would be fun.
Yeah.
It would be fun. I'd be trying to build so many alliances.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally it would come back to bite me in the ass and I get voted out as a traitor.
Where's Dusty? Oh, he's talking to Zach behind that tree.
Dusty's just out here with Zach, tricking him into looking for idols for him.
Yeah. Here
Zach,
it is, Dusty.
Zach, if you find an idol, I'll hold it for you.
I got it.
Thanks, man. Give it to me. This is good. I don't know. I think that would be a fun game. That would be a fun game to play someday. I think that's a good one. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. Do you want to start the show with a text about the Oilers?
Sure.
We could do that. I mean, there's obviously a ton to talk about.
Yeah.
We're going to actually rank the Oilers' issues or rank where to assign blame right now.
Oh, okay. That's
Management, coaching, players, or goalies. We'll get to that coming up. Jason Leduc, who's, I will say this, has been a little bit on tilt about the Oilers here over the last little while, says, I really believe the anger directed towards the Oilers right now is not because of the 3 games that they just lost. I think it's the realization that this team not only took a step backwards this year, which was expected, but then it seems like it is starting to crater due to the decisions of a general manager who seems to be stuck in the toxic routine of picking the best player available instead of picking the best fit. It's not so much anger as distress and despair coming from oil country. What do you think about that? I think that's an interesting way to look at it.
I mean, when stuff's going bad, you're blaming everything, right? And I'm quite frankly, I'm surprised that there's a shift of people that are now looking towards the coaching staff as the major issue. And we've harped about every single coach overusing these guys, but I think now over the whole spectrum of every area is so under the microscope, not only because Nabla is just running McDavid and Draisaitl into the ground here, but the management has missed on certain players that are supposed to alleviate the what Connor and Leon do provide and just not have to rely on them every single night. Like we were talking about Panarin. Now Panarin, Kempe goes into a game, well, maybe I don't have to have 3 points. I can have 2, right? Kopitar, same thing. Fiala, just to alleviate some of that stuff. Like these guys are, and I mean, we're dissecting what Leon said like crazy. But he went through everyone, man. He said it's...
Do you think we're dissecting that too much? Or because we don't see this from these guys very often, it's totally okay for us to look at like every single sentence?
Well, when's the last time you heard a player mention coaching and the top in the same kind of interview?
To be honest with you, man, I can't remember.
Yeah. That's what I took from that. Like, he's a big angry German right now, and he pulls a lot of weight, right? Like, if you're going to get rid of someone, it's not going to be Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah, like Leon saying there's 2 guys who can say what said last night. Right? Really, there only really is.
Yep.
I mean, I'd have some time if Hyman said it too, or Nuge, I guess. But McDavid and Draisaitl carry a different amount of swag and pull and meaningfuln's to this organization. And I think because of what Leon said, like the coaching aspect, it was really interesting.
Yeah.
The way he said, it's everyone. It starts with the coaches. You could sense there was a bit of frustration there. And then when he followed up with, we just can't have 4 or 5 guys going every night. Was that directed towards the coaching, or was that directed towards the rest of the guys on the roster being like, we need you guys to come along too? Or is it directed to the coaching saying, I mean, they played Nuge, Hyman, McDavid, and Draisaitl. All of them were over 23 minutes last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think it was more directed toward the follow-up comment? Was it also a coaching comment, or was it a different comment entirely?
It's Deadpool 1 with 1 bullet left in the gun, and he does a double headshot. I think it covered both of them.
That was a great shot.
A great shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah. But I think it covered both.
So it does hit both sides.
I think it's both.
Leaves it open to our interpretation, really.
Yeah, but why would he say that then? Like, obviously he thinks. Like, I don't know if we were talking about. Everyone talked about it, but I thought Mangiapane actually was playing pretty good at home here. You finally saw him get in there and get a little dirty, and he gets benched because he gets stripped in the offensive zone. It's not like he got stripped at the. Yeah, would you like him to take the puck a little bit deeper? Okay, but it was a good defensive play and a recoverable play that shouldn't have turned into a 2-on-1. And I don't. If you're going to bench anyone at that point, you go, well, Jake, what's going on here?
Hey, you just got here. You'll stay here for a little bit.
Yeah,
like on the bench.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I there's a lot of things that are wrong right now, but I think if you're going to look at a all-encompassing kind of term for this, it's the discipline without the puck. There's none. The nonchalantness of some of the plays that you see from guys is it's staggering to me. That, I mean, you look at the amount of ice time some of these guys, you're only asking for 20 minutes of effort and alertness on the ice. You can't take any shifts off. Now there's just so many mistakes. Gosh, that first period, it was crazy.
All right, 780-218-99.9. Yeah, the first period was just like, how can you not be ready for that?
I don't know. Like, how do you get I don't know if there's been a breakaway pass on a penalty kill all year like that.
Not in an Oilers game.
Not from a controlled breakout in the other end, right? Like, completely controlled. And, the guy's open.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Why would both defensemen be as high as they were in that spot?
Again, the communication, I don't get it. Like, you should be yelling at each other. And even Jarry, to a point, like, if you see a guy slipping in behind, and I couldn't hear him, and maybe he did, but you're yelling behind. This is nuts.
How much do you think Draisaitl, and he did call out the goalies a little bit, being like, there's some saves that our goalies need to make. How much of that do you think, like, is there a world where that's a response to Jarry coming out and saying, hey, as a team, we give too many grade A's?
But they're both not lying, right?
No. And but does that come out of frustration now where it's not like Leon came out and said, and Tristan Jarry needs to actually step up.
Yeah. But,
I mean, we know what he was saying about the goalies.
Well, look at when he got here, and even Ingram to a point, how many of those, like, garbage time goals were allowed just because everyone kind of, we got this game in hand. If we give another 2, it's fine. I think that's what Jarry meant a little bit more. And because they were making both goalies, Ingram to a greater extent, but I thought that they were making a lot of those saves, like key saves at key times. But sometimes as a goalie, Dusty, when your team's playing a certain way and you know that you're going to face some stuff. You're going to face some good shots, probably a couple breakaways, backdoor, one-timers, and your mindset going, I got to make these saves. You can't, you think you almost have to do too much. You're trying to do too much as a goaltender, right? You can't just focus in and play in the structured system that you find in most NHL teams. And then when those chances arise, then you're called upon to make those saves. But I think unfortunately, the defensive structure of this team burns out goaltenders. And they think they have to do too much.
With Jarry, Skinner seems like a saint now. If Jarry after a month is like, oh my God.
But you look at how they came in. They were the saviors. This is they are both the missing piece. So that's, and you're arrogant as a goaltender. You think, I am the big dog. I'm gonna be the difference. I'm better than everyone else. This is the reason they got me. And now it's not really happening for them, and it's a weird headspace that these guys are in throughout, from the coaching staff to the players. You can see it in them.
Okay, let's do number crunchers and continue with this goaltending conversation. Number crunchers is brought to you by Play Alberta, Edmonton Sports Talk's title sponsor. Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today, or check out our EST specials page over at playalberta.ca. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about Tristan Jarry right now?
I'm not really.
So you're like a 3?
Yeah. No, I mean, when I look at the goals, Huberdeau is a good player and shoots a puck the other way. The puck goes, across the center ice. The chances of scoring off that side. There's a moving screen. Can Jarry get set up a little bit better? Yes. But again, inside the post, far side, off a pass through the middle. Breakaway. The one where Darnell Nurse decided to just go stand in front of him. I didn't get that at all. Like, what are you supposed to do when your own player just coasts? It's, that scene where Star-Lord is kind of looking at his and Thor's face comes
Thor
in.
goes like this.
That's Darnell Nurse in front of Jarry.
It is Darnell Nurse.
I'm like, what are you doing?
That is a great scene.
It's awesome.
That is a great scene. Yeah. No, that's funny. All right. 780-218-9999. You can text us. It is Two Guys and a Goalie every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 until 1 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Chat's moving along as well. We're going to dive into a bunch of those. Library Pat texts in and says, it's funny to me that Draisaitl is criticizing lollygagging when he's the poster boy for coasting to the bench at the end of a shift. Having said that, none of what he was said was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people would probably agree with you on everything you said there in that situation.
You go as your big dogs do it, and that's where the defensive structure I think has to start
With Connor and Leon,
They have to show that.
yeah, stop cheating for offense.
Yeah. And although they say they can't defend, so. Yeah, you've scored goals, but you might have to win games 2-1, 3-2, right? But you can't. This team can't outscore his problems every single night, and you need more contributions from everyone.
And you know what? The wins over Washington, San Jose, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
they just outscored their problems in the last second and came back and won their hockey games. Right?
Like they really shouldn't have won those games.
The best the Oilers have ever been over this last while, and remember when they went on the legendary stretch, those games were so unique in that you didn't expect them to even allow goals. Like they were so locked down. You're just like, oh man, the Oilers allowed 2 goals last night. What's going on here? Like they were, remember that? But that was 2 years ago now.
But that's because they had their decision making with the puck and the management of it. They never put themselves in a bad place. And the only chances that good chances that the other team, they were generated from very skilled plays, not because of mistakes that the Oilers made. I mean, there's mistakes everywhere, but they're making 10 bellers now. And again, with that nonchalantness. So when there looks like a turnover in their own zone, like Oilers forwards can't be, a 50% chance we're going to get this puck. It has to be 95 and above at this point with support, right? To make sure that there isn't a turnover and it's going back the other way.
All right, keep those text messages coming in, 780-218-9999. We're going to try to get to as many of them as we can. He's working way through Two Guys and a Goalie for GS Construction. EST Afternoons is coming up as well with Hernand and Gager, and then the Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. There will be a lot of talk about the Oilers and Draisaitl and this team heading into the Olympic break and trade deadline shortly after that, and what do you do there? Amos Moses texts in. A good long text here. Says, I think the whole group, players, coaches, etc., are all frustrated, and it's starting to show. Knobloch threw a bit of shade at the offensive players on the Oilers too, and how defense isn't being focused on enough. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like we have some high-level offensive players, but we need to be cognizant of how we play. The Oilers have, for years, had a swagger and arrogance that they can outskill their problems, but hard work beats skill when skill doesn't work hard. Focus on defense, create some turnovers, situations where you can outnumber your opponents, and let your skill take over then. It shouldn't be this hard. They are just self-inflicting the problems themselves, which is a pretty well thought of message.
Yeah, that's
Moses. Yeah,
well done. And it's very hard and I'm going to go back to the Mangiapane, the turnover the other night, when that happens so much, right? Like you'll see Connor come in, get stripped, it'll go out. Leon will do it. So when the big dogs do it and they continue to lose the puck in those areas, but then you, as a fourth liner, gain the zone, and it happens to you, but then your ice time's taken away. The double standard of what, and of course there is one. Like, you're going to give a lot more leeway for toe drags at the blue line from certain individuals, right? But I mean, you have to have some accountability with things and playing the right way, recognizing the time of the game where it's at, right? Yeah, there was the double standard of the big dogs, and I think you said on the, like, Knoblauch's just playing his top guys now. Like, he's not even coming close to the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, they heavily ruled those guys last night.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
And I mean, you said it, and what I thought about was, okay, if the Oilers won the last 2 games and this was the break, wouldn't Knoblauch kind of empty the tanks with those guys anyway? Because they know they're off, right?
But the top guy, I mean, McDavid and Draisaitl aren't off.
I know.
They're going to play a little bit more. Collingwood Rob texts in and says, there's a lot from last night that concerned me, but the one thing that really stood out was when McDavid was the last man back after Bush turned the puck over at the blue line, and Connor refused to play D and just rushed forward. It was an easy breakaway. Great Jarry save, but a horrible look from the captain in that situation. So, yeah, I mean, it's that time of year here with these guys right now, which is why I wanted to kind of dive into it a bit. Like, they're obviously, this is not the team that we've seen the last few years.
No.
And there's a number of reasons for that. I think you can look at all elements of it and lay a little bit of the blame here or there. But if we're looking at management, coaching, players, and goaltending, okay, we'll separate the goaltending and the players here. If you had to rank them from, most responsible for this year to least responsible for this year, how do you do it? Like, let's put the most responsible at 1, the least responsible at 4. If you are listening on TuneIn or iHeart right now, 780-218-9999, text it in. Rank these 4 from biggest problem to least worrisome. Management, coaching, players, goaltending. 780-218-9999, or hit us up over on the nasty chat as well. Gager, what do you think? What's at the top of this list for you? When you look at this year's team and do you look at it and go, the players are there, so this is on them for not getting the job done, or you go, wow, they're lacking players, this is on management, or they have the players, they're trying hard, but it's on coach. How do you? I think I know where I go on this, but where do you go?
I think I would keep it as of right now. How you have them laid out is where
that would be the order: management,
coaching, players, goaltending.
Okay.
Because the management hasn't improved the team with personnel.
They thought they were, but they failed. Coaching, I have to give that a higher priority because I think there's a way to get everyone involved, and there's not. I mean, when you looking at a guy that's a pretty honest player in Curtis Lazar and not getting him out there more, that's a failure to me. The players, just because they can't play defense, there's no commitment to playing without the puck and make it difficult on the other team, and giving away chances. And now I do think they're in a good situation with 2 really good goaltenders. What say you? 780-218-9999. Here's one that says management, players, coaching, goaltending. So he's putting it on the players a little bit more than Knoblauch at this point. I mean, for me, management's at the top with a bullet.
Yeah.
And then I think I might go players.
Why players?
No, I'm trying to think here.
Because it's not just Knoblauch, right? It's
like, you mean like all the coaches? Or are you talking about previous coaches here?
No, this is the current coaching staff, but all of them.
I think the current coaching staff really misses Glenn Gulletson. I mean, he's gone and got a pretty good team somewhere else as a head coach. And we know that McDavid and Draisaitl absolutely, adored Glenn Gulletson. That's why he kept surviving all the time. Yeah, because they love Gully. So, yeah, I mean, I have a hard time saying that it's tough to go management at the top and then put players second, because if I'm questioning management, that means I don't expect much from the players that they've brought in. So I think I'd probably go management, coaching, players, goaltending as well. But it does sound crazy to give goaltenders a pass. But they've gone through 4 of them, and they all struggle behind this.
But this group. And Leon said it. He said, our goaltenders need to make a save, but how did he say? It's a two-way street. Like, if we're better in front of them, it's going to be a lot tougher to score on these guys. Yeah. Like, he sees that.
He said it'll make their job easier if these guys play defensively.
And it would. And it did when they both were here. Like, that stretch when Ingram went on a bit of a roll there. I mean, they were playing much better. Granted, it was against lower competition too, but still, they're still NHL guys, and he was facing everything down, still making critical saves at times when, unfortunately, I think when Stuart Skinner at that point, he was burnt out too.
Bronco Nick is laying it out. Players, management, coaching, goaltending. The players are goddamn lazy. No commitment to defend, even from the defenseman. So Bronco Nick saying the players, they put a group together that should be much better than this. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
he's saying the players are the reason. And then management and coaching, and then goaltending. Goaltender right now, like Jarry and Ingram are listening to this going, damn straight.
Well, management, I give it to management because basically the 2 big acquisitions over the summer, signing Frederick and Mangiapane, both aren't working out the way that they thought. And Roslovic fell into their lap because no one else wanted him. So it wasn't really because they were going to sign him, but I believe he wanted more, right? And it got to the start of the season, and he didn't have a place to play. So the Oilers only had a certain amount of cap space left, and they go, here, you want this? Yeah. And he had to say yes.
It's interesting. I threw this tweet out. I've got a few replies already flying in. I just said the same thing. Like, management, coaches, players, goaltending, ranked them for biggest issue. Like, in 2 seconds, 7 replies. Some of which I can't see, which means they're from people I already have muted. But what I find interesting here is that 4 of the first 6 replies have management with the least blame.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Like Mick Cam over on Twitter says coaching, then goaltending, then players, then management. But the amount separating each is almost nothing. He goes coaching, players, goalies, management. That's from Gordy. Johnny says players, goaltending, coaching, management. Odin says coaching, management, goaltending, players. Dean is saying it's got to be coaching. On paper, this should be a formidable team. Zachary says coaching, players, goaltending, and management. I mean, do you agree with that one comment that on paper, this is a formidable team?
Well, we've seen them play really well, right? And dominate games. And that probably one of the reasons why. Like, if you look at the Flames, right? They're doing the best they can, but again, they're using their whole lineup too. Like, is it crazy to say that the Flames would be a tough 7-game series for the Edmonton Oilers because by game 7,
it's crazy to say because that's BS. I mean, they should. You might be right, but there's no way we should be saying that.
No, I know. But it comes down to this is where that everyone are they going to be out in the first round this year? And if they finish first, they'll get a lesser opponent. But when you look at those teams that they might play. And what we saw, I mean, San Jose, completely different team. Anaheim's scary because they didn't even have 3 of their best players in the lineup.
Yeah, that's true.
Seattle plays a full team game. Somehow, Dusty, I don't know what happens over this break or the discussions with the coaching staff, but you have to find a way to get more ice time to these other players and take some away from Connor and Leon, or else it.
Do you read into when Leon was gone, they played well defensively as a team?
Yes. Because all of a sudden,
you're not saying it's just on Leon, but you're saying, what are we saying then?
Watch what Nobla had to do.
Yeah.
He had to, I've got one top center, and the rest kind of. And I had to. He played everybody.
I said, let's look at those numbers when Leon was gone. What games were those? Those were the 2 shuttle games.
Yeah.
Now they were weaker competition.
They were
for sure. But let me see if I can bring these up, and we'll take a peek at it, because I'm not saying Leon makes them worse defensively. I'm saying Leon changes the way Knobloch approaches it when he was back in the lineup. Because when they were gone there, I was like, man, these guys are all sort of really feeling it right now.
And wasn't it like, didn't Frederick look a little bit better in those? Like we were talking.
I get too carried away. I mean, people are going to think we're drinking.
Okay,
well, and that's only on Fridays here in the in the office. But yeah, I want to see if I can track down.
Yeah, I mean, watching those games, I was like, I think we were joking in our group text. I was like, trade Leon.
Yeah, they were clearly jokes, but you're like, man, these guys are really.
And I was kind of, okay, they're figuring it out. I thought that look, I have something here with these guys, right?
Now it's tough because they were up 6-0, so you're going to play more guys,
I guess,
in these games, right? But just looking.
But didn't they do enough?
I mean, Mangiapane played. So when they beat the Canucks 6-0, Mangiapane played 9 minutes. Lazar got 10. Frederick got 14. Janmark had 12. Like, these guys were at 4 and 6 minutes last night, right? So is that what you think? Like, Gage, everybody gets 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be too much to ask, do you think?
And if they're going,
would that be what you would be targeting?
I would.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because 27, what was it, Connor, last night? 27?
Yeah, he was right around just a shy of 27.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I know there's TV timeouts and stuff, but you're just, he's going to have nothing left, especially chasing the game too, right? I think the Oilers have to change their whole mindset of how they play too. Like I think they're still stuck. Like Leon said, we're not the same team. We're a totally different team. Then, and this is probably why I have the coaching up higher than the players, is because the coach has to realize how the team is, what's going to make the team successful. And is that playing 97 and 29 a lot? That's part of it, but you have to find a different style of play. It's not just like it's run and gun out there, and hopefully you just score more. That doesn't work when the games mean the most. And he said it himself. There needs to be a commitment defensively. This team has to change its identity. Maybe it becomes more of instead of the run and gun, it has to be a counter-punching team. Maybe the hockey gets really
keep
boring.
The puck out of your net. Use your high-end skill to take advantage on the power play. And, when you do get a chance, you bury it because you got some high-end skill guys. Defensive
structure to generate offense, not just defensive structure to hopefully keep the puck out of your net, if that makes sense.
This text comes in. He's got a few of them in so far on Two Guys today. No handle yet. Maybe he's one of those 95.7 Cruise FMers who started to listen on Edmonton Sports Talk throughout the day. Says a couple of them. He goes, love him or hate him, Pete DeBoer makes his players accountable. Something no Oiler coach has had the balls to do previously. He goes, this team needs accountability. Period benchings for bad penalties or defensive gaffes lead to goal against. Calling out guys for bad games or bad efforts. Do you think that helps with this team? Like, what if Knobloch started being like, bottom line is Connor McDavid needs to play better defensively?
Ooh.
Like how, I mean, first of all, we'd all be stunned that it happened. Second of all, Gager, do you think that actually helps anything?
We don't know if that happens or not, though, Dusty.
Do you think he goes in the room and goes, Connor, you got to be better defensively?
He might, maybe not in those words.
No, but if you're the head coach of this team, you should feel comfortable saying that to people. Like,
you have to be.
Yeah.
You're the boss, man. If you're, tiptoeing around your superstars like that, that's the inmates can't run the asylum. Like there is a chain of command I think you need to follow. Like I said this before, but I've had coaches that everyone hated, right? But when we actually just listened to him and all fell into line and did what he was asking us to do, we were competitive, right? Like sometimes I find it, when they're discussing things and the coach isn't in there, like sometimes he's talking and you can see the vacant look on guys on the bench and stuff. That doesn't happen a lot, but.
The guy without a handle will now be known as Eric the Plumber.
Ooh.
So that's that's perfect. That fits in nicely in the inbox. Like if I was just to take a whip through here right now, Eric the Plumber, Haji, Bronco Nick, Brad Ian, Coach Mike, Troll, Jason Leduc, Luke in Cowtown, Bonnie Dune Rod, Waddy in Cloverdale. Like I like Eric the Plumber. That's a good one, man. That is a good one. Gage, if you were Jeff Jackson and Stan Bowman, would it at all cross your mind to make a coaching change during the Olympic break? At all? Would you even be like, well, I could do, oh no, that's crazy. Like, would it even get that far for you? Or complete non-starter?
It might be a sliver in the back that I thought about.
Like you dreamt about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And you woke up, you're like, no, that can't happen.
But you look at the landscape of who's out there. I think, and you just signed him to a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, he's the first one to go, right? At this point, you've changed the goalies. You've got other players in. One player isn't going to make a difference with this team.
If there was one player that would, what would the position be?
Defense.
Right shot D-man to carry
Right shot, killer, who would be a comparable defender? Just purely defensively minded, shutting down the guy it's a no-brainer who's out there with up
in the
a
final
goal.
2 minutes.
He's playing the whole time.
It's like, you know how when they're down a goal, they put their top. It's like if they're up 2 goals, this dude's on the ice the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's it.
Nothing against
End of the
Bush and
periods.
nothing against Emberson and nothing against Nurse or Wallman. This guy's out there with Ekholm and you're out there for the final 2 minutes.
That's that guy.
Yeah.
But
what they need is a right shot Ekholm from when they got him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
26-year-old right shot Ekholm.
I'm sure those guys are easy to find. Mind you, I never thought they'd get Ekholm when they got Ekholm. But you know who got Ekholm? Kenny Holland.
Ooh, that guy down in L.A.
Kenny Holland got Ekholm. Actually, this is funny. Ekholm's cousin tweets at me. What a handle. Imagine just being online as Ekholm's cousin. Anyway, he says, Dusty Knobloch has been coaching like a mid-level U13 coach. Poor defensive schemes. Get behind and ride the 6 good kids for half a game on the team and almost come back, lose by 1, and then blame it on your goalie later.
Like if the parents of the bottom 6 were out there, they'd be standing outside the coach's room every single game. Knobloch would getting so many emails from parents right now.
Yeah, Knobloch would be leaving Rogers Place, and Mangiapane's dad would be parked outside in a car, being like, "Hey, Chris, I gotta talk to you." Like that's.
Do you think that happened on the dad's trip? Hey.
No, yeah. Hey, Chris, can I grab you for a second? I really like.
I hope it did.
I'd really like if Curtis could play a little bit more. Gazdick said this morning on the show he went and asked Mac T for more ice time one time. And did you ever go to a coach and be like, "Man, I want to play more"?
I went to talk to Mac T one time. He told me it's hard to take my best player off the ice, and it was
Tommy Salo.
So
I mean, valid point.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Gage, you're
got me there.
That's a tough one. Tommy Salo is kind of important.
Yeah. So, but no, I was fortunate enough to be a starter for most of my career, right, on different teams.
Yeah, on different teams. Yeah.
So, and when I wasn't, there was a reason, and maybe it took me a while to see that reflection in the mirror, but I understood it.
Here's another one that's come in on Twitter. Lots of reaction to this ranking of the things. Maybe J-Mo and I will get into it a bit tomorrow. How about Eric's got the 4-day weekend around Super Bowl?
Oh, my.
Off Friday, off
and Monday.
And Monday.
Wow.
Brilliant move. Probably one of his best strategic vacation decisions in 15 years.
That will be.
I'm very jealous of him. I am. But I also, like, the Super Bowl is tough for me because I want to party, and I also want to talk about it the next day.
Yeah.
You just got to find that happy medium. Buck on Twitter says, disconnect between president and GM. Bigger disconnect between GM and coach, not playing the players in their designed roles. Big disconnect between coaches and players on system strategies, roles, and utilization. Defense skill too low, Nurse and Wallman. Otherwise, no issues.
See, I've said this a lot, and I don't want to go back too many times to Ken Holland, but don't you remember when Ken Holland first when he was long-winded talking about the construction of a team and what he thought would be successful. And he would say, we need to get bigger. We need to get faster. We need to get, and he had an idea of what I thought, this guy has an idea what's going to be successful at the NHL. And you can't argue the results. Not once have I really heard anything from Stan Bowman on what his
vision of what the team looks like.
Yeah. What is that vision?
Can I throw something by him?
You can.
Like what he just said here, Buck on Twitter. He said, not playing the players in their designed roles. Because we're sitting here going, they're not getting anything from the bottom six.
Mm-hmm.
Do you subscribe to a world where maybe Savoy and Roslovic are with Draisaitl and Podkolzin and Kapanen, who have the style of game of your typical third liner, are on a third line? I don't know who's with them. I don't know who's centering them. But those guys in your third line, you have a third line that has like this physical identity that can go out and crash and bang. And then you play Leon with Savoy and Roslovic, who are guys who are supposed to have, the offensive chops to keep up with you. Does that change the way Knobloch could run his lines and roll his lines out?
It's a very, very valid point, because really Kapanen and Podkolzin are not those top six guys.
Yeah.
Right? The style of play that you would want your inside your bottom six is speed, a little skill, and some heavy play. That's what those guys have. And maybe because they've been thrust into those types of roles, and again, you follow your leaders, Dusty, how they play. And even what Kapanen even said it, I think he said something in his interview around the bottom guys. Like, he doesn't look at himself as a bottom six guy.
Yeah.
He looks at himself as a top six scoring forward instead of, and not that grinding type of player, which I think he's more, like you said, more suited of. So,
I mean, if they could acquire a good third line center at the deadline, like I think, who was it? Where is it here? Penner's Pancake says, I'd like a Podkolzin, Ryan O'Reilly, Kapanen third line, where they go out and just grind you down.
You know what? I wouldn't mind and I still think I think the Leafs should look into this, but I'd love to have John Tavares on your third line.
Holy smokes, Gager. Where's this coming from? He was in Toronto PJs.
I know.
He's not going anywhere.
But he's older. He's what, 4.6 cap hit?
Yeah. He'd be very attractive to a contender.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with it. I just think it's impossible.
I mean, I
just think that'd be a way maybe he distributes things a little bit better if guys that he trusts, like Podkolzin and Kapanen, are on your third line pushing things.
Is there he was in the American League, so obviously he coached young players, but is there a tendency to go with the veterans a little bit more with him? Like, does he trust young players?
Not to give them more than 10 minutes a night, unless your name's Matt Savoy. Like, Savoy will, but Savoy put a full year in the American Hockey League right now. Like, Howard hasn't done that.
He plays the right way, too. Like, he's responsible.
Yeah.
No, you make a good point, but I think it's just the identity of this team is to run and gun and score goals, not to grind.
So in general, that needs to change first, and then see how they do.
They can't play that way, and even the teams that can play that way don't. Like, you watch the Avs game, although they could play run and gun all night, but they don't. They play a very structured defensive game and suffocate teams.
And then counterpunch.
And then you make one mistake. And that's, when you were talking about that time 2 years ago, that's how Edmonton played. I think I referred to them as like Floyd Mayweather, where they just set traps for you, line back, and all of a sudden you got hit 3 times and you didn't know what just happened.
A steady diet of 3-1 victories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's no the patience of this team they have to be comfortable in the uncomfortable with a 0-0 game or down a goal. Like you see them as soon as they get down now, out come the big dogs and they're pressing. They're cheating on the offensive side because they got to get back in that game. There's usually lots of time left, right? But stay structured in your system. Have faith in that's going to start generating offense where you can get back into this game because you're so patient and you're not allowing anything further from the other team within that structure instead of cheating offensively and allowing breakaways and 2-on-1s all the time.
They do love to give up on man rushes, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. All right, let's get into a little hire it or fire it here for GS Construction. Hire it or fire it. Artemi Panarin won't hit 80 points either of the next 2 years for the Kings.
I am going to fire it. I think the addition of Panarin unlocks Quinton Byfield.
Oh, so it'd be good to keep Byfield in there for your hockey pool next year. Might get bumped up a little bit. Hired or fire it. The Oilers would be better today if they didn't make the Skinner Jarry trade. Would still have Kulak.
It'd be the same, I think.
So they'd just be the same. So it's really no hired or fire it.
Yeah.
Connor Ingram should start 2 of every 3 games the rest of the way. Hired or fired.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, shoot. You always got the good ones, Dusty.
I might say 3 of 5, because 2 of 3 would be 4 of 6. Is that any different from?
I'm gonna hire it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hire it because
let's see.
I think that his style of play allows for the defenseman and everyone to feel a little bit calmer with everything on the ice. I think his style fits how the Edmonton Oilers play.
I think so too.
Yeah.
At least the best of that we've seen from these other guys. What do you say on that one? 780-218-9999. If somebody came to me and just say who's starting game 1 of the first round of the playoffs, I think 90% of people would say Connor Ingram. Especially since Tristan Jarry doesn't really have a great playoff record or a ton of experience, really.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about Ingram does, but I'm saying that Ingram's been the better of the 2
What do you
so
think
far.
of Jarry so far?
I think he moves too much. I don't know if that's overreaction because Stu could, like the first goal that he laid in last night, Stu stops.
Yeah.
Because he's probably still working his way across. No, but I'm serious. Like Jarry had come and overcommitted to the left and it gets fired past him. Stu would have been coming across, it would have hit his shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be honest here. He moves so much better than Skinner, but I also think, like, I don't know if his game's great for the way the Oilers play either.
I know.
Right? Like, if he is sliding around a little bit more, he kicks out more rebounds than Stu.
Yeah.
Stu might have left some rebounds right in front of him, but Jarry's kind of kicking him out. And for an Oilers team that sometimes is all looped around in their own end, I don't know if it's a great fit.
Like that Lamborghini goal or whatever last night.
Yeah.
I at first I was like, what are you doing? But then the puck bounced 3 times and you're just all of a sudden it's coming
right
at you, and you fire out the leg, right? I didn't give him too much crap for that because again, how do you let a guy just walk in and
yeah, right there.
yeah.
Did you watch Devon Cooley's interview after the game? You should watch it.
Oh, okay. It was unreal.
Did you watch it, Zach?
Yeah.
Does that not seem like one of the funniest, nicest dudes of all time?
That's one guy that I'd want to just chat to.
Yeah.
He's just like, he doesn't take anything seriously, man. He's just like a golden retriever. Like he was just sitting there and he was asked about getting an assist. He's like, oh, I had no clue.
He goes, yeah, until they announced it. Then I was like, cool.
That's awesome. I'll take it.
He's so good. He's like, what about playing against Leon and and he's like, oh man, they're so fast. What do you say? Last time I played these guys, I lost 9-1 and they let me in for 8 goals. And, like he just like I want them to trade for that dude for the vibes. Not to mention he's better than both of their goalies.
Yeah.
Like until he gets here and he has to face 9 breakaways a game. But the vibe alone for Cooley is
That's why they signed him, man.
That's a perfect backup.
Yeah.
Right? You're just like, this guy just loves being here.
Yeah, that's who you need, man. He doesn't take any moment for granted.
Gager, he was like how I imagine your dog is when you get home.
No, really?
No, Gager, what's going on? You're here. Like,
Leon,
I can't believe
you're coming down the window.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Cooley looked like he genuinely appreciated being interviewed after the game.
Yeah, he wants to talk to media. That's but he's not like overly cocky at all. Like he's like, oh yeah, man, I had a great. He's just loving every second of it.
That's great.
That was one of my favorite interviews I've watched all year.
I know. I had the TV muted after the game. I was like, hey, like, oh wait, no, Devon Cooley's on. I gotta hear this.
Yeah, he was,
second I unmuted, he's like, I had no clue.
He was terrific.
Yeah, I was laughing.
Two California kids, huh? Just chilling, I guess.
Just living their best life.
Wow.
It's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was, dude.
Gage, what do you make of this whole McKenna thing before we wrap up here?
Well, at first I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But then I'm like, if the guy said something about my mom.
Somebody texted in right at the beginning of the show today, I think, and said, and I'm not following like a bunch of different people who would have. Anyway, so Hans Shorkoff says, new information that apparently McKenna was held back inside the restaurant. Then he cooled off and him and his mom left to avoid the situation. And the guy ran after them into the parking lot. And then, I mean, that's
Who knows?
who knows, but
what a douche. Yeah, what? Like he's trying to get a rise. Like, and is trying.
he knows who he is.
He knows who he is, and he's trying to cash in. So, sometimes you have to take responsibility for your actions and saying things. All right, like, and if you say something dumb to a young kid from Whitehorse, like, you might lose a few chiclets. And I don't mind it. I think it's his cachet has risen after this. Guy sticks up for his mom, knocks the guy out, breaks his jaw.
I'm assuming his dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like, I really hope they're like, he was just there with his mom. Because if his dad's there and he had to punch somebody, then, I mean, it's not a great look for his dad.
No.
I'm assuming his dad wasn't there. 83 runner over on YouTube says, this is like a Devon Cooley quote. I was having the greatest day ever, and then the Flames said I could play goalie tonight. Like he's that type of guy, man. If you can go track it down, go track it down. It'd be fun to watch.
How good is his couple of weeks off right now? Beating the Oilers, Battle of Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Well, he said they asked him about it. They're like, "What are you going to do?" He goes, "Well, we're going to go rock climbing."
We're
going on a hike.
Yeah, he's like, well, first off, I don't really like hiking, but we're going to go to this. I don't remember where it was.
Yeah,
like,
we're going to go on a hike.
But that seems like a really cool place to hike. So, I mean, we got all our gear and we got hiking boots, and that's exactly how he said it.
And then he goes at the end of it. He goes, and then I'm going to go see my family for a couple days. Like, Gage, you should track this down and play it on their show.
Oh, I'll run it.
He's a lovable character.
That's great.
He really is, man. He's terrific. All right, what's coming up on EST afternoons? Like, what do we got here?
Well, we got this and we got that, and it's going to be an amazing show.
Hey, dial this guy in. Gage your mic.
Relax, Cooley.
You're talking exactly like a guy would talk who's wearing that hoodie today. Like, you're just fired up today.
Yeah, right on. We got highlights, lowlights, Hernand's notices as well. Gager will deliver his red light district. We also got Hernand's World. Couldn't do it yesterday because of all the breaking news, so we'll do that today. Nick Cattles from Locked On Patriots will be checking in to preview the Patriots side of things ahead of the Super Bowl here. And they also dive into Draisaitl's comments from postgame.
All right, that's going to do it for Two Guys A Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 until 1 on Edmonton Sports Talk. Turn on autoplay if you're watching over on YouTube. EST Afternoons is coming up. You'll love that show as well with Hernand Salas and Joaquin Gage, and then the Reed Wilkins Show this afternoon from 3 until 6. I'll be back tomorrow morning, setting up the Super Bowl. Obviously, some more Oilers conversation. Dave Jameson's going to be riding shotgun with me tomorrow as well. We will have Mike Garafolo. I believe we'll have Chris Johnston from Italy. And we'll have Beer of the Week as well. So it should be a nice little Friday. For Joaquin Gage, I'm Dustin Nielson. We'll talk to you then. Take it easy.